Hey everyone, welcome to the deer hunting weather forecast for the week of December 19th, 2017. And I haven't had a time or haven't had a chance to actually look at the weather for today, so we're going to do this thing from scratch. We'll just open up our numerical model website here. And I did look at the weather yesterday, and one of the main things that's going to be important this week is there's going to be a huge cold front that's going to impact pretty much everybody. I mean, all the way down to the Gulf. So if we look at the 18Z GFS, came out at 1 o'clock today, or noon today. You can see that in big time Arctic slash polar air coming out of the north several times over the next week or so, and cooling everybody down pretty seriously. So this will be the big temperature thing for the week. This has shown up on models for like 5 days now, so it's almost a guarantee that it's going to work out this way. And the reason for this is because if you look at the upper level winds, this is about midway up in the atmosphere, and it has this level of the atmosphere has a big impact on what goes on at the surface. And you see this big southward moving section of air, and we call this this kind of arc right here. We call this a ridge in meteorology. And as that moves in, this actually big thing here, the whole thing turns into a giant trough as it moves across the U.S. This big upward arcing section of the jet stream here, and this big north-south oriented part of this trough on the west side, all coming to the south, is going to drag that air out of Canada and bring big cold fronts for the next several days. So that's kind of the temperature story, getting down into the negative temperatures in the north and getting down into the teens and single digits in some areas in the plains. And I mean, that's in the 30s in far south Texas, so it's going to get pretty chilly, which for this time of year is going to be good hunting. So that should be good news for anybody still trying to fill a late season tag, get the deer up and feeding. As far as precipitation goes, it's kind of been back and forth, but it looks pretty certain that the northern states kind of up along the Canadian border are probably going to get pretty decent snowstorms over the weekend and into Christmas, and same for some of the states around the Great Lakes. Looks like some more lake effect snow possible for areas in Michigan and maybe the UP of Michigan and possibly into New York. But this is getting way out into fantasy land with snowfall after you surpass 130 to 150 hours. So don't want to go too much beyond that to tell you anything, as always. But yeah, so that's a big story. And let's see here. Anything else I can show you guys? I don't really think so. Looks like the first wave of cold is going to come in on, well, it's going to move into the U.S. overnight Thursday, or overnight tomorrow night actually, and then it'll be into the southern part of the country by the end of the weekend, and it'll have a couple other rounds following in behind it after that. So if you're out there still chasing them for the late season, it should be pretty cold over the next several days, and that's what everybody likes for this time of year. At least if you have access to food. If you don't have access to food, then you know you got to get creative regardless of what the weather's doing, which is what I'm going to be doing in Oklahoma next week. So, anyways, have a good one, guys. Merry Christmas. I will not be back for a forecast until um, either the week after Christmas or maybe this weekend. I'll give one before Christmas actually happens, but I'm going to be hands off for the holidays. So, good luck, and you guys know where to find these websites on my website. So, absolutely go and check them out and make some forecasts for yourself. It's pretty easy to do. So, anyway, good luck, guys. See you next time.